Yo, what up? It's Roger from the Masquerilla podcast. We did it first.
Word.
We're here today, quarantine edition, still staying safe with Big Baby Gucci.
You did.
What's up, man? You got some Netflix going on back there?
Oh yeah, just doing some seven deadly sins, man. You know, little anime.
There we go. How's like quarantine treating you?
It's actually treating me good, man. I just working. I love being inside anyway. So I love that it's
Yeah,
empty.
right.
I love
I'm
that
like,
shit.
yeah, I'm like always on my computer anyway. I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
going places, so it hasn't been too hard for me either. You're from North Carolina. Are you still there?
Nah. I live in Atlanta. I'm from Charlotte, but yeah,
Okay.
I live in Atlanta right now.
You've like done so many interviews, so we don't need to spend too much time because you've said this story a million times.
Oh
But
yeah.
you're from North Carolina. Um, for like all the people watching who aren't familiar, what was it like growing up in North Carolina?
You know, the South, real country. But I grew up in the hood, basically, like on the Boulevard, West Boulevard. So it was real, just real ghetto, real ugly, real poor. You know, that was really I changed schools every year. Went to like fucking like 4, 5 different middle schools. Went to like 3 different high schools. So many different
Oh,
elementaries. That was life. I didn't really be a kid when I was growing up. I was a lot happened. So, but Charlotte, living in Charlotte, it was cool. You know, it's got a big city. Downtown and shit. So you see that you got aspirations and you see business people all the time and shit. But and the hood is the hood. Shit is ugly.
I forget what interview I was watching, but you were saying you went to college and then you went to college and then dropped out to pursue music. Is that what happened?
Nah, I got kicked out. I went to college and I was basically on the run. I went to college really to get away from fucking home because I wasn't even staying with my mom at the time. She was kicking me out all the time. I was staying with like these 2 girls or whatever, or like gay or whatever. So like when I graduated, my mom did take me to college though. That's all really she did was take me to college. It was like 4 hours away in the mountain. So it was like I went there and she didn't know I had warrants and shit back in the city that I left. So I was really just happy to get away. And I had just turned 18, like on the day that I went to college. I was like, hell yeah, we were like in the mountains and shit. I didn't think I was gonna have to go back. And I ended up getting in more trouble in the fucking mountains and they ended up goddamn kicking me out. Plus goddamn I had put on like academic suspension. So I was like, fuck it. And I couldn't go back.
Damn.
Well yeah. I ain't choose to do music like a fucking year, probably like almost a year. Almost a year after I got kicked out. I was a
And
regular
so, how
citizen.
long were you in school?
Bro, I was in school for like 6 months.
Were you even studying anything yet, or like you didn't even pick your major
Yeah, I
yet or
mean,
anything?
I picked psychology. Like I had a goal or whatever. I was selling weed and I was just I didn't ever had that freedom. Like it was wild. College was wild. I went to like a
Dude,
PWI in the mountains, so it was wild.
oh wow. I actually, when I was going to school, I also was majoring in psychology. But it was, for me, it was more like, I don't know what I want to do. Let me just say psychology. And then I eventually transferred to
Exactly.
music business. But
I
like,
wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
psychology seemed fun. A plastic surgeon?
Yeah. I
What
was gonna switch
like
to
led you
like
to
human
that?
and that. I just like seeing bitches like getting bitches bodies done. That shit was cool to me. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted. I'm still probably goddamn invest in some offices, but I ain't
Yeah,
fucking
man, like
cutting
it can
nobody.
still be, yeah, it can still like, you can own them instead of
Yeah,
you
facts.
actually holding the knife.
Exactly.
So I think in another interview you said you ended up in jail. Was that from that incident in college, or was that when you were in high school?
That was the summer of leaving high school. I got in this fight with this dude, but he had pulled up on me, and I knew the dude because he was staying with one of the girls I lived with or whatever. And when he pulled up on me, I didn't even let him get out the car. Like I just got to him. I snatched him out the car. And I beat his ass, and then I took his car. And
Damn.
then, but I guess he had call the police, whatever. But I brought it back because I knew his sister, whatever. Like the fuck, I lived with him, so I just brought it back. But I ended up like hitting that bitch. I ended up hitting something, so like he was real pissed. So I guess they really confronted after that. But I ain't even really got them. I just like them motherfuckers ain't even come to court. Shit was stupid as hell. They just held me in jail for a couple months. Them motherfuckers didn't even come to court.
Damn, crazy.
But I did do some extra shit in college. But I ain't even, the reason I got arrested like extra in college, like I was on a run, like from basically in August. And then I caught charges after they told me I got academic suspension, like after that, my first 6 months. And then they told me, but they sent my letter to like somebody else's house because I wasn't staying with my mom. So I didn't even know. So it's like I was up there on academic suspension. I had tried to put a pill in, they didn't accept the pill. So they ended up charging me for trespassing, bro. And then it just all broke hell. And my last charges had got them caught up with me, and these niggas was hunting for me like for months. It was wild, bro. My life was wild as 18. It was called roadblocks and everything.
Really?
Holy yes, shit, bro. Dude. It was hell one time. Like it was hell when I had to hide.
Grand Theft Auto vibes.
Yes, bro. I had to call one of my friends from high school. I was like, bro, come pick me up because I knew she stayed like at least 45 minutes away. Like we in college now. I was like, bro, come pick me up. Like I can't even explain. Like these motherfuckers on foot looking for me. Just pick me up. I had to hide like in the back. These motherfuckers doing roadblock. It was wild. It was like I did something crazy, but it was just trespassing. Like, bitch, I paid tuition here. Racist ass motherfuckers. That shit pissed me off. Yeah, shit was wild.
Yeah,
bro.
The criminal justice system is fucked.
Bro, I swear, bro, it's hell. So I'm glad I'm doing something legal now.
Facts. So, like, growing up, was music always your thing, even though you weren't recording it? Like, you loved listening to music, or what was your relationship with music?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Like, my mom was a pastor, so she always had me in the choir. I ain't never really liked that shit, but of course I like music. And then when I was in 6th grade, I recorded my first mixtape at a library downtown Charlotte. It was like one fucking song, but I ain't never really heard let nobody hear it. It was like one song. And I actually recorded me and my friend ourselves. We were literally like 11, 12 years old. And because they would teach us, and we had like Apple Mac computers, and then they had like a real studio booth, like a soundproof, all that shit, bro. And they would like basically teach us, and we could do it by ourselves. And then they would give us CDs. We could rip the songs and put them on CD. Yeah, like, I really love music, but I never wanted to become a rapper like that. I didn't cap. Like I always said, I didn't want, like I like the life, but I was like, I didn't like the stereotypes and connotations behind it. So I was like, I didn't never really want to be a rapper until I was like, man, fuck it, I really like music. Might as well.
Is that first song out anywhere? Like, is that like on the secret SoundCloud page?
Hell no. That was years ago. That was before I even had a cell phone, bro. Like that was on a CD. That CD is
so how old are you now?
I'm 23. My birthday. I turn 24 next week.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Thank you, my boy.
So you didn't want to be a rapper, but you loved the music and you were making songs when you were 12. But eventually you start a career. So how'd that happen?
Well, working at Papa John. So eventually after I kicked out all that running around and shit, they eventually caught me in like April like 20, I think probably like 2016. And I was in jail just for a day, and then they let me out. And then that was a day before I was supposed to leave college and never coming back again. Like I was on a run for almost a year, and then they finally caught me. Then I went back to Charlotte, got a little job or whatever, and I worked at fucking like Papa John's for a couple months. I worked in like the stadium, like the Panther Stadium, and I worked in like the Hornet Stadium and shit. Like, cause I didn't really like working in the goddamn in the motherfucking store. I was like, fuck that shit. So I hated that shit. It smelled like fucking pizza sauce all the time, bro. Like coming, work late trying to do shit. Your fingers smell like pizza sauce all the time. I'm like, man, I can't do this, man. And then my mom gave me a MacBook, and then it's like a MacBook Air or whatever. And I just like started fucking with garage and blah blah blah. But like when I was in college, I would make mixes and shit, and I would make beats and shit, and I would just like make mixes just for like friends and shit, and make beats just for myself to hear. It's because I like music, but I never thought about putting it out. Like I had a SoundCloud account, but I never give a fuck about putting shit up. Like that wasn't my goal. So goddamn, after Papa John's, I ended up getting arrested because I never went to court for none of my charges that I got arrested for. So I ended up going to
Damn.
jail again, and that was like 2017, like almost the summer. Like it was probably like May 2017. I was arrested in May. Then I did some I got sent to charges in Charlotte. Then I went to some other fucking state that I had charges in, and then I went to the mountains and I served time there for like 3-4 months, and I got out like a little bit like after my birthday in like August, I think. And talking about September, man, I'm like depressed and shit. I ain't really want to work at Papa John's shit no more. And I had tried to off myself on some crazy shit. And then a friend had goddamn fucked around, had came to me. She like goddamn basically came and moved me to a new city. And it was like somewhere in Charlotte. I mean, it was somewhere in North Carolina. It's called Greensboro. And she like would rap or whatever. And then I started dating her. And then like a couple months later, I didn't ever want to do this shit. It was about December 2017. And then I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to make music. Like, she was rapping, blah, blah, blah. It's a long ass story. She was rapping. I seen she was rapping. I say about December 2017. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to start rapping for real. Like, and then, no, what am I talking about?
Yeah, wasn't it way? It was way like, wasn't it?
It was 2017. It was 2017. Yeah, it was 2017 it was January 2017. Actually, it was 2016 when I moved to a new city, and it was 2017 when I started like really rapping. It was like December 2016, January 17, and I just started putting out music. And then all 2017 is really I had like 2,000 followers on Twitter, and then I ain't really have no Instagram like that. And I just like I knew some people, like I knew girls with big like followers or whatever. And so I would like push them to my music, but I was just recording on the Xbox mic on her computer, whatever, on Mixcloud. And then I made a bunch of. I probably had like almost like 2 million streams just off the fucking shit. That was like 2017.
Who else was like making music in that time? Was there like a group of rappers on SoundCloud that you liked or were a fan of? And like, oh, if they're doing it, I can too.
Nah, I didn't really know anybody. I didn't know anybody. Like I was like at home. Like I was at home. I knew people. And, like I wasn't really on social media like that. I didn't really know anybody, and it's like just my past is being so just everywhere, just being moved. So I didn't really have relationships with many people. Just some people, like people I would listen to before I actually started like making music, like Black Craig, Xavier Wolf, Chris Travis, Bones, and like Young Lean, Shifty, but people that was on SoundCloud really like. That's the only people. That's how I discovered SoundCloud and like fucking Black Smurf and shit. And because I was a big Raider Clan fan, Rob Banks and Space Ghost Perk fan, so that's really how I found fucking SoundCloud. But I was like, yeah, I really like music. Like I really am like, fuck it. Then I feel like more people got inspired to do music around that time, like DIY. And I was one of them people. I was one of the people, like literally nothing. I didn't know no rapper. I didn't know no people, no producer. It was literally still beats off YouTube, put them on SoundCloud to my 2,000 followers, into the girls that I know that have like 8,000, 10,000 followers. Like, and like just hope for the best. Really, and then just put a business aspect to it and build a team. And I just found people over the internet, and people that I feel like I like their art and I believed in them. And then them here we now. We got us a crib. I'm working on my second deal and shit. We lit.
You very quickly became one of the staples of the SoundCloud rap scene. Like you were a name that was just immediately all over Twitter, all over YouTube. It like feels like, from my vantage point, it happened quick.
That's hard. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I guess I would say.
Like, what's your thoughts on the SoundCloud rap term?
I mean, I fuck with SoundCloud, so I don't give a fuck about that. I don't think it happened quick though. I mean, I guess
right.
I don't know. It really feel like it took a long fucking time. Because the day I started music, this shit has been my whole life. Like I've never taken a break. Like it's been consuming my every thought, like all day, every day. Like it's really that to me. Like, I really been
You
playing
haven't
music.
had a chance to like step back and even look at it because you're in it every
Nah,
day.
not
So it all
once.
just feels like
Even
one long. Yeah.
even when I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation from music. So it's just like I'm still thinking about music.
Yeah, it's just always in your brain. Like, how can I get more plays? How can I record my
Yes,
next song? Like,
yes.
what can I do
What am
next? Like,
I?
what
What
should I
can
do
I
for
do
my next
better? Why am
album?
I? It's really sickening, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and it's been since I started, since I had 200 followers on SoundCloud. Like, I mean, that first year I did, I got over a million. I don't even like. It's really. I just put out a shit ton of music, like
Yeah.
a shit ton of music, and I was
Because
taking some
that's
months
like
off.
also been your process. You release a lot of music,
Yeah, hell
like a lot
yeah,
of projects.
hell yeah.
How many? So up to today, how many projects have you released?
Damn, I don't even know. We can really start from my first ever, probably our whole collection of just little fucking compilation of fucking singles I did when I first started even mixing my shit. It was sounding so terrible. To me finding Grim Doza, my boy Lonnie X mixing us with him. And me Grim had already a nice fucking fan base or whatever. So it's just like I felt like he liked my music. Let's do a tape together. Like I was like that owes me. I like his beats. Let's do that. Like and it was very lo-fi. Like it ain't nothing like I am now. Like we end up putting it on all platforms this year too. It's called the Grim Adventures of Big Baby Gucci. It's like I was gonna make cartoons. Like it just made sense. Like and that was before my first name was Big Baby Finesse. Like and then I just made some song called Gucci Tears and ended up getting a lot of streams. So I was like, but my name was Big Baby Gucci for the song, and people just clicked on it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna name myself Big Baby Gucci because I was supposed to change it back to Big Baby Finesse when Gucci got out, but
Uh,
the song had blew up and people was just calling me Big Baby Gucci. So
I
I'm
think
like,
I
fuck it.
remember that. Like, weren't you like tweeting about that? You were like, I'm gonna switch
Yeah,
my name back. Yeah.
yeah, but now I was gonna switch to Gucci Never Lose. But people hated me for that shit. Because I don't know, even
Why?
labels, all the labels tell me they love Big Baby Gucci, but I'm like, bro, that's so immature. Like I feel like it's so immature now. I
But it
fucking
is.
hate.
I mean, it is such. It's like a part of like the history now.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, once I get to the point that I can change my name, it'll probably be just Gucci Never Lose. But I'm really just coming up with a whole nother artist and Elias that I'm really about to start releasing music of
Oh,
under
sick.
that's gonna have no face. So yeah, I mean we got kind of off subject. I'm so
Fire.
high, but yeah,
No, dude,
Grim
no worries.
Adventures of
But
Big Baby Gucci. Then fucking I did some shit called a fucking mixtape. I did some shit called Welcome to 2002 when I was working with fucking Black Sand. I did
shout out
Gucci's
Black Sand.
Universe. I did Gucci's Universe. I did Universe 2. I did Saint Help, Teen Spirit. It was like 8 projects. Yeah,
It
8 projects.
is like releasing a lot of music what works for you, or is it something you would say all new artists should release a lot of music? What do you
Man, it
think?
really is just like if you made a fire enough song that and you got the connections to really make that one song blow up and you can be mysterious and have people wait for that next song to do it. I mean, really, this shit is really custom cut, man. It just ain't no follow this, go here. Nah, you really just got
Right.
to do what's to your resources, what's to the people you know, who can you reach, what can you do, what time of that is really that's genre that I really learned about music. Like it's really just not know what everybody can do a thing. Like everybody gets the same results. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. Like no
Right.
matter how good or bad you think, like it's really just man, like, it's crazy. Especially now, it's just the novelty of things.
Right. When you're recording, what's the mind state? Is it you make 10 songs in a night and it's a vibe, or you're working on the song for a week? Like, how do you record?
I'm an old man, man. I'm in literally. My engineer. Unless my engineer is here now, like I got the studio set up. I was about to record after this, but I was just talking about this on Twitter, man. Like I like 4 hour studio sessions. There we go. Like, and I
Yeah.
record basically every day. Like so, it's like 4 hours, 7 days a week. It's a lot of fucking hours. It was like 28 hours a week. 20
Crazy.
hours a week times four, 56. 108 hours a month recording.
Quick math.
That's right. It's a lot of
Somewhere in the timeline, I think if my timeline serves me correct, around 2018, signed a deal.
Hell yeah. Fucking to Sony Ultra Music, Payday Records.
Was that a enjoyable experience? If you could make the choice again, would you sign again?
Yeah, I'm about to sign right now. I'm not signing to a damn major though. I'm signing a distribution so I can own my own shit and sign all my shit. But
Smart.
I mean, but once I get to the point that I can get a major, or if I get to that point that I can use a major, they can just, I'm so big that I'll just take that 10 million and they just take care of everything because I don't give a fuck. Then hey, that's cool. I know I wouldn't be in that shit for the rest of my life, but that's all. I mean, everybody should get that big payday one time, like straight up. I mean, you can hustle for that, but unless you're not even getting that point to even be able to make $1 million off streams in a year, unless you didn't deal with some label.
Right.
Like honestly, like in the real big sense of it, bro, because they really just controlling everything, like, and they really place you where you want to be and what you can do. And you just realize you really got to depend, you got to really see how far you want to go, how big you want to be, and how you going to get there, like, and what you want. You just really ask, so I really just feel like, yeah, I would sign again, but at this moment, what I signed to late major, no, they not going to give me that 5 million check that I want. Like, they not going to, that's real realistic. But I do this distribution deal, I get a couple $100,000, got do whatever, and I still own most of my music. I get my majors back. I own my majors, like all my masters and shit. So, goddamn, and they help me. They give me the same support, and I still get to tour and build off my own shit. And then once at the end of that, if I want to make my own label, which I'm building right now, signing my own friends, which I plan to do, I'm gonna do that, and then we just keep getting bigger. And if a fucking major label want to give us goddamn $20 million together, we gonna get that shit. Cause like it's all you just all gotta really just. It's a plan to this shit, and that's just my plan. Not saying that should be everybody plan. Just whatever it does.
Facts, because you want to be in a position where you have leverage to where it's not like the major label is like, oh, it's a favor that we're signing. It's like, no, motherfuckers, like it's a favor.
Exactly.
I'm signing to you.
Like it's been a bidding war every time I signed. Like I got signed. Like I was in label meetings in 2017, like 2018 when I finally got signed to Sony. Fucking E1 was telling me not to sign to them, and Sony had $1 million in my face. Like like my first song, I was just telling Mark, my third song I recorded in the studio. I got signed up, like in a real studio. When I stopped recording the Xbox mic, my third song I ever recorded in the studio got me signed. Because it got 300K on Elevate's YouTube. Bobby Johnson found it, and his manager is like fucking Metro Boomin's manager and Sunny Digital manager. He kept talking about me. He called me up like, yo, fly to Atlanta. Brought me to Billboard Studios, me and my manager. Me and Bobby recorded shit. He got, all right, y'all make a tape. I'm going to shop it out. Bang. Sony offered me $1 million after they heard the first song. Like, so it's like, it's really just that. Bro, you gotta, like, it's shit weird, bro. It's so fucking weird. But I didn't even, like, I thought I was rich. I thought that was the end of it. I thought, that's hoorah, I won.
Right.
But, you know, but it's crazy. I'm making even more money than I did then, now. So it's like, I got a way better crib, way better everything. I'm almost at 200K monthly listeners. I was at like 30K listeners when I was fucking signed.
So for people who are listening who don't know, how does an independent artist make money if they're not signed to a label?
Streaming, bro. You gotta push your music.
So like Spotify and Apple Music, those streaming services pay out.
Yep. Even when I was getting just $100, couple $100, that's still something, bro. More than I was making. Like I still find a way, like try to do some fucking features and shit. Like do whatever. You gotta release music. Like that's just the way, so you can become a commodity. and a fucking product.
Right, and then who knows? You put out that song on Spotify, it slips into the algorithm, it slips into a
Yeah,
playlist, and
you
then
never
holy
know.
shit, I have like 3 million streams, and I'm making some money now.
Exactly.
And I think you're just in general, you're such a story of like perseverance because basically while we're on the podcast right now, I've been listening to your new project nonstop. It's
Which one,
so
Team
good.
Spirit?
Yeah, it's
Bless,
so
bro.
good. It's so, I love your old stuff, but this is just next level.
Oh yeah, that was just a little compilation, some shit. I was actually disappointed in that shit, but
Really?
bless, yeah. Nah, this next project gonna be crazy, but that's hard. I really love Team Spirit too. I feel like a lot of people didn't really accept it like they accepted the team. Send help because it was. I don't know. I tried to bring back that universe style, that really vibrant and just compilation style, instead of just sticking like Send Help was fucking somber as hell all throughout, and like usually like my universe series be like they just be compilations of different styles of what I do, and that's what I made Team Spirit because it's just like an essence of being a kid, like just different fucking shit.
So what like specifically influenced that?
Team
What were
Spirit.
you into? Yeah.
I mean that was just. I got fucking Nirvana logo tatted on my neck, so I'm a big Nirvana fan.
Fire.
But it just really just being a kid and just the Murakami, which hence the Murakami fucking art and the Kome art, which it was. I fucking took the faces off it. But just it's just my old shit is just very like Gucci universe is very colorful. So I was just like, I'm gonna just drop this in essence because I was gonna drop Girl is a Gun, but I didn't feel like it wasn't time. So I'm gonna drop that another time. But I got another tape coming in January. That's the EP.
Yeah, and or are you releasing music this month too? Is that what you said on Instagram?
Oh hell yeah! I'm releasing 2 videos and a new song. I'm gonna probably drop some Lost Files and help soon too, just because it'll be a year old, almost 5 million streams total in a year.
Wow.
Hell
Crazy.
yeah! So
Damn,
over
dude.
5 million. Yeah,
What's your how does quarantine and not touring, how does that affect your sing music, or is it no effect?
Releasing me? I mean, I was just chilling. Really, I just been really just preparing, just dropping music. I really made more money than I really made a lot of money through quarantine. I don't even know
Wow.
how, but just really, I've been chilling. Just really still, I've been moving a lot. Honestly, I still ain't really much has changed. I've been to LA like twice. I've been to Chicago, been to Virginia, fucking everywhere. I'm about to go to fucking LA again Tuesday for a video shoot and for my birthday. So, and I'm gonna go back to Chicago after that. So it's like I got a lot to do. So it's really you just gotta know, man. You gotta be business savvy. Like you really gotta treat it as a business. You really gotta know what you can do and what you can't at what times. And that's how I fucking treat this shit.
Smart. Are there any artists like now in 2020 that you're a fan of or that you're collaborating with or you're excited about?
I mean, all my boys, right there, Austin Skinner, Kevin Kazi, Daredevil, all them niggas, man. 30 Rock. Just really just working, man. Fucking me and Wi-Fi working on some shit. Me and Cohart working on some shit.
Wow.
Trying to get them on a project and shit. So,
Yeah, those
you know.
were two of the main fan questions. One of them being, how did you and Kevin Kazi meet and establish that like working friendship?
It's funny, man. This nigga Kevin he told me he used to listen to me in high school. All his friends used to come to me. Used to come after school and listen to my music and shit when he was in high school. He lives with me now. Like we live together. And
Oh wow.
we got the group American Terrorists together and shit. So it's like it's funny because I stole his beat off YouTube one time, but I told him I was like, that's when his name was like Lil Nemec. But my boy Trademark Beats, Keyshawn. He then manages Kevin, and I mean, he just Kevin had came over one day. I heard knew Kevin because he was in my. I had actually brought him into my little Forever World group, but and he ended up just coming over to the crib one time. And he ended up moving in when we lived because I lived in Nashville before here, and we just been goddamn clicking ever since. And then we just came up with American Terrorists.
And the other question that fans wanted to know was, when is the Wi-Fi funeral song happening? That was like a lot of questions.
I don't know. I don't know. We were supposed to be in the studio earlier. He hit me up, but goddamn, he hit me up late as hell. I was asleep, and he was in Atlanta. But I don't know. I don't know. It's really up to him. We need to make some more shit though. I need to send him some more shit.
Are you connected with any of, I mean, it seems like it's been a while since you've been in North Carolina, but there's a fun little scene happening there now. Are you connected with any of those artists at all?
Oh hell yeah. I'm always tapped in North Carolina. Me, 10, cell phone, my boy Frace, boy Ron, J Storm, E-Lock, fucking all of them. Fendi, all of them tapped in.
And
NASCAR too.
yeah, shout out NASCAR. Speaking of North Carolina, how's stuff going with your mom now? It seems like you had, a crazy childhood, but you're successful now. It seems like you've settled down. How's that? Like, how's your relationship with her and your family?
It's good, man. I actually just seen my mom for the first time this year, like a week ago, man. She lives in Ohio, but I got a son on the way. He's here in like a month. I had a baby shower like in Chicago. And I seen my mom came. But she's cool now, man. She's cool. She's just chilling. She bought a new house in Ohio. So I'm planning on moving her to LA though. But she's cool. We good now.
Is there anything I should have asked you that I didn't ask you? Is there something that you wanted to speak about that you were waiting for me to say?
Shout out your boy Fish for a fact. That's a GOAT. That's my boy. We locked in forever, ever.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned him in the comment. So who is Fish?
Fish is my go-to. That's my right-hand man. Him and Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt engineers my music. He's literally the only person that's been engineering my music since ever. Any song that you hear that I put out is either engineered by him or him. Sometimes it might be lifted, probably engineered like 3 songs, but literally every song, every main project, Joe Dirt, he's a GOAT. It sound like fucking Mark Rubin engineered it. He's a GOAT. But Fish from Alabama. He's like 19. He a young GOAT. I just met him through a friend or whatever, just the internet or whatever. He just started sending me some beats and we just locked in. Got down. Chop was one of our first songs. Then we just end up locking in. I did that shit in like a cool 15 minutes in somebody's kitchen.
Wow. Holy shit. And that song kind of changed your life.
Hell yeah. I mean, definitely changed my money. I wouldn't say it changed my life, but it definitely boosted me. It's the biggest song I got right now. Fucking 3 million on 2 million on Spotify in a year.
Yeah, it's the first one that shows up.
Yeah. It needs to get his due though. Still ain't got his due yet.
I mean, I think that's the thing with you too, is like the video I tweeted out yesterday. I mean, it still has I think it's 250,000 plays, right?
Oh yeah.
But it's like, why? It's like, why doesn't this have 1 million? It's so good. That shit is like, put it on the radio.
I be feeling like it is novelty. People want the novelty, man. They want a gimmick so bad, or they want a cosign. But I feel like my music is just so down to earth. I just can't do it, which makes my music so much more timeless. Which is why I got so many. I'm glad it paid off. I got so many fucking monthly listens now. So that shit's fire. People actually understand that my music is fucking I ain't really gotta have fucking 100K on fucking Instagram and shit. It's definitely coming, but
I think if you were to rely on some cheap, ploy or trick in say 2017, you wouldn't be here right now. The reason why you stayed around so long and you have your streams going up and you signed a deal, you're about to sign, it's like because I don't know. I hate using the word real artist, but you're a real fucking artist, dude.
You know, I
It's not a
appreciate it,
fucking
bro.
joke.
Yeah, it's straight artistry. It's just straight. It's a straight inspiration with me, bro. Like this shit real, but like ever since I started, this shit is like my art is like it's an extension. It's my arm. You know, it's everything, man. Like that shit is, and if for people to listen to it, that shit personal. You listen to me talk, me express how I really feel. So I'm like, I'm not gonna play with it. This ain't no game. Like I might have fun with it sometimes, but when I really, what I want people to appreciate, I feel like they do appreciate now. But we got a lot. Like this new tape really gonna be fucking crazy. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
See,
It's
bro,
called From
you
Far
might need
Away.
to send me like a private link or something, you know? Like send me some
Yeah, it ain't
unreleased
even
stuff.
done yet. I'm gonna send you some unreleased shit though. It ain't done. It's always getting worked on
Thank you,
every day.
bro.
Just know January is coming. January 2nd. I'm gonna just say that January 2nd. I'm gonna
January
say it here first.
2nd, start in
Sick.
2021, right?
Yes, sir.
January 2nd.
From Far Away.
Fuck yeah.
That's what it's
From
called. From
far
Far Away.
away. Well, man, that's really it. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes,
Can't
sir.
wait for the new music.